Thank you, Jeff, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cathy Inglis. I'm the General Manager at Brickworks in Innovation and Technical, and I'm also a National Director at the Housing Industry Association. My fabulous co-chair is Dr. Josephine Vaughan, who's a lecturer at, that says WSU, it's actually the University of Newcastle, so I'll just correct that one. So our working group 5D, the other working group 5s are all the major high embodied carbon materials. We make up the rest of the building materials. So that's everything: bricks, masonry, roof tiles, pipes, glass and windows, asphalt. We do have some materials that are missing, and we're hoping to get them on board. And two are probably the obvious ones are insulation and plasterboard. But currently, so we're a very broad group, and which makes it quite difficult to focus on anything specific. But what we have been focusing on with our group, because we're such a broad range of construction material suppliers, we also have a whole lot of enablers in our group that are made up with university academics, builders, architects, and government members. So we've been focusing a lot on working with the government agencies to discuss the barriers, particularly around recycled materials and recycled content, but also the research the universities are doing that would help enable us. I suppose you'd look at it as smaller materials in contribution to carbon in the building industry, that how we can focus on getting the carbon down. So we look a lot at the circularity and utilisation of waste materials. There are many, many opportunities in that area that we can supplement our raw materials in a broad range of products. We have about 40 plus working group members. Most meetings we get sort of 20 to 25. And we regularly have presentations at our meetings, which are really good, particularly from the government bodies and some researchers in the area that are working on amazing products. We've just broken into a range of subcommittees to focus on more specifically on the individual products. So we have asphalt, glass and windows, masonry, bricks and roof tiles, and plastic pipes. We did have timber, but they've now spun off in their own group and they're going to report soon. So next slide, please. So our key objective at the moment is now to develop templates for roadmaps for each of the other materials so that we can focus on the landmarks for each materials. So we get a good measure to understand the embodied carbon, that we develop benchmarks and the barriers of these markets. Being smaller products, there's sometimes some significant barriers to focus on that, but also strategies for to develop concise information with known ways to get closer to zero carbon, or to at least get to lower carbon. We're also looking at beyond in these roadmaps for the templates that we actually have look beyond carbon. So other decisions on the impact of environmental criteria, not just carbon as well. So we're working through that now. And the next slide, please. Some of our amazing members, individual companies and associations that are part of our group are already developing material on their products that we hope to use these as a guide to develop the roadmaps for our group and for other materials that will eventually come in and want to be part of MECLA. So these members are leading the way with examples for life cycle analysis, looking at disposable, reuse and recycle and the carbon footprint, and then with environmental product declarations. So we're harnessing all that enthusiasm by some of the individual members now into our subgroups and to develop the templates for the roadmaps going forward.